Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today we're going to be talking about Ultimate Gohan. He's one of the characters that just released for this update, and he's actually how you get Super Buu to Buuhan. And Buuhan is like the next character I'm really going for right now, while I'm also farming the Dragon Balls on the side. I kind of want to just see how Buuhan is in the game because I'm a big fan of like technically Majin Buu's strongest form, which is Buuhan. Besides that, though, honestly, he's a little expensive. I do have to say that. Gohan, I don't have him maxed out, but he is a little more expensive than Majin Buu for a character that doesn't have multi-hit on his fierce combination. So that is like one of his downsides. Majin Buu, where Majin Buu's like 20,000, Gohan is actually in the upper echelon of like 35,000 and some change, obviously. And that's like that's it. But he does get his hybrid form a lot sooner though, which I do like. It just sucks that his Masenko also is not multi-hit, but it is what it is. Um, he's that stepping stone that like he's that stepping stone for a lot of characters. So I mean, it does matter that he is decent, but he's also used for that next moment. I like to call him Ultimate Gohan because that's technically what he is. He is technically Ultimate Gohan because if he is the one that gets eaten by the fusion, then obviously that's the Gohan that that's just me though. Because lore wise and stuff like that. Also, if you hear those sound bites are actually coming from Itachi because Itachi just has a really weird soundbite issue every single time he attacks. You just hear that click. That's why I normally have music, but I forgot to add music. So Gohan does have like he is a decent starter. He does start off at 500. I don't have him leveled up, so he does do more damage than this. I think that's quite obvious. It's just that I'm saving my level stuff for my Buuhan whenever my Buuhan does get there. So at his second upgrade, he actually gets Masenko, and Masenko is actually a hybrid move, which is kind of nice. He is still a little expensive for that second move to pop off, but he still does attack air units. After that, you upgrade him a few times, and he gets the Fierce Combination. Fierce Combination is dope. The only problem with Fierce Combination is a single hit move, so you're not going to be shield breaking with it, which does kind of suck. But it is what it is. He does do some very decent damage, I would say, with a very decent SPA. Nice, good range. Not crazy like some of the other characters from this update, but he is one of those characters that is one of those starter placement characters you can do for cheap. Get him to that Masenko point, but you're definitely going to want a shield breaker to pair him with in order to really take him to that next level. He does do very, very good damage though. Compared to Boo, obviously Boo is just over there with like just some ridiculous stuff. So I can't really compare the units, but if I were to say comparing the difference between price and their final attacks, Fierce Combination not doing a multi-hit is kind of the biggest downside for Gohan because with characters like this, like Boo, who at their end game pretty much has ridiculous multi-hit all around attack, it just does so like it's just much better. Gohan, Gohan is still just up there whenever it comes down to just really good units, though. I do like him. But maybe it's because I'm overglazing because I'm a big Gohan fan, probably overglazing a little bit. But, he's still very solid of a unit. Um, I am going to be working on my Buuhan video. Whenever it comes down to build order, I do think that Gohan is just a little harder to use build order wise, but we'll see what happens when we actually get him to that Buuhan stage, and then I'll see you guys whenever we get to that point. I just wanted to kind of showcase Gohan at the beginning just so you guys can take a look at him, and then we'll see Buuhan right after. Peace. Yo, just wanted to get a small clip of me taking Gohan and fusing him with Buuhan and trying to like get that whole deal. As you can see, I did just farm up the worthiness in order to get Super Buuhan. Yeah, I can't wait to try this dude out. Oh, and we got the curse too, and we got the stats. All right, W. The only thing we didn't get is our trait, sadly. Oh wait, we did get our trait. Oh, fantastic. And level 70. All right. Okay, so that looks really, really good then. All right, fantastic. All right, I think that, yeah, let's just see how he performs. I can't wait. All right, so one of the things I want to do for Buuhan is actually change the character pretty much all around because I believe that Phoenix doesn't work very well with this character, hands down. I mean, it is solid, but this isn't the same type of character we originally had before. I want Monarch, I want Arcane. One of those two are definitely what's going to work for this character a lot better than Phoenix or Warlord. I mean, obviously, Warlord is a nice pick, but for the way that like Buuhan kind of works right now, I'll explain more as we get into game. So let's go ahead and get rid of Phoenix, and let's go for something very useful, whether that be Monarch uh, or Arcane. I'll take both. I'll take either or. All right, come on. I am losing everything for this, but that's totally okay. We're gonna take it on the chin. Warlord, not what we want. Like I said, I either want Arcane or I want um, Monarch because obviously this would just be the way it goes. Because his last attack is actually just a multi-hit beam, which is very, very rough. Especially because it only hits 3 times. All right, Arcane, I want that. Now, the reason I want Arcane is because Arcane comes with a few different things, and I just walked away from where I was able to see what Arcane actually did. Give me a moment. All right, so with Arcane, right, you get the 5% range, you get the 25% SPA, and the unit type is always effective. Now, the reason why this is so much better is because that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for effectiveness, we're aiming for fast attacks. Now, I'm going to show you why in game right now. See you guys there. Okay, so we are in game right now. Same build order we did for Super Buu. The only difference is we are going to be changing up the placements. So from right here, we're going to go ahead and run same kit, 2 times speed, auto placement, and then we're going to pop down Buu right here. As you can see, he does get a cost increase, sadly, but he does have a brand new kit where his SPA is actually very, very high and very, very fast. So that's very, very good. That's what we're kind of aiming for. We're aiming for a high SPA kit because he needs that shield break mentality. Now, yes, with other things, he can do a lot more damage. He does lose, sadly, he does lose damage very drastically with this kit, but he gains that high SPA trait. So he's like higher SPA by like quite a bit, but that damage could be better. Now, sadly, they did change his placement to be one character, which is totally fine. Because of the fact that he attacks so quickly, he pretty much does the job of multiple characters. As you can see, he's kind of just there doing his job. His cost is a bit high, but that's just how it's going to be. Now, remember, he is hybrid now on placement, which actually makes him a lot better too because hybrid placements are just far more solid than other placements in the game. Now, once we get to wave 5, we're going to go ahead and go with the upgrade right here. As you can see, let's take it. We go for the one upgrade. Now we have Holy Ball that is going to be here, but we're not going for Holy Ball. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and max out my farms here. The reason we're not going for Holy Ball is so we could keep that high SPA and we could deal with those shield units pretty easily. Now, if you want to make this a little easier, obviously you could put down like another unit, but honestly, it's not really going to matter too much. Oh my god. Thanks for the sub, Dennis. And we're going to go ahead and rock with this. Now, we are going to change this up a bit. Now, I for a story mission, this is where I stop everything and I go, "Okay, this is where I'm done. I'm done right here." Now we're doing that nice damage. We have that last chunk that we have to get to. And look, we're already at that 6 wave. We don't have to do any more. There's no reason to focus on buffing the character, buffing the light character at all. No reason. As long as we have the 4 Namis, we are absolutely solid because the last move we want here is actually Combination Beam. The reason we want Combination Beam is so we can actually get that very, very solid wave attack that is going to do all the work for us very, very well. Now, as you can see, he is struggling just a little bit with the shields. That is the downside with this character, is that yes, he does gain faster SPA, but he does lose that shield breaking power that we get from the original Super Buu. So if you're not ready for this drastic change, or you don't feel like you're going to have the units to deal with this, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you play accordingly. As you can see, we're going for combination beam right now. It's a 4-second attack. That's why I wanted to get arcane, because now we can really dish out that damage, neutral damage, by the way, so we won't have to deal with this problem at all. Now, I would like to get Monarch, but obviously Monarch is a much harder trait to get, and that's where it becomes a little bit of an issue for a lot of players, is that Monarch is very hard to get. You're more likely to get Arcane, hence why I wanted to test it. And honestly, with the very low SPA, that 25% SPA drop that Arcane gives you, even with the lack of damage, he can still hold his own in a very high um, cost area, and you could really just kind of keep him like this, and you could even get away with just having this be your only unit that you need on the field, because right now we're about to get that next upgrade on that next wave. Even though we do have the lackluster of the lack of extra range and the lack of extra damage, we still have that very high SPA, and that's what you want to go with. Especially since it's neutral damage, he will not have any problems. As you can see right here, boom, final upgrade right there. And then we don't have to do any more. This is it. He already has a high range. He already has that high SPA. And as you can see, he is going to just keep doing that damage, and this is just nothing to him. This is absolutely nothing to Boo. We have nothing to worry about here. Even though they have 10 shield, this is not a big deal. The only thing I have to worry about is just that boss shield. Now, this is where you would probably be like, okay, this is where we got to put down these Itachis. Let's go ahead and break these shields. Let's call it here. Make it easier for us, because it's going to be easy just to deal with only that Itachi. Because of the low cost of a really good shield breaker, could do a lot. Game Warden is another one. As you can see, Game Warden is another one. Oh my god, yes, we got the crystal ball. All right, and that does it with this. Game Warden, last note, Game Warden is probably going to be the best combination for this character, hands down. Just because Dude actually just has that multi-hit support. Breaking shields is no problem to him, and it's super cheap to just get that real quick upgrade. It's amazing. Super worth it. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Yeah, take it easy and peace. All right. Yeah, they're over here. If they were over there, they would be gone by now. Here you go, Dad.